welcome to my Views and News. Main news story is about the announcement by the Holy Synod. Orthodox Church Holy Synod was due to make an announcement about Sunday's demonstration. Holy Synod held a press briefing, a press release has been issued. So what is the announcement made by the Holy Synod, and what is going to be the reaction of the other side? Oromia region-based Orthodox faction is due to speak after a few minutes reportedly. And in the press release is the mention of the Oromia region-based Orthodox faction. What is main church's position about the other faction now? Firstly, the Holy Synod met today, rather it issued a statement. It held a press briefing. It met yesterday. It has been holding meetings so important point is that the Synod has postponed Sunday's demonstration. Synod has announced a few days ago that on Sunday across Ethiopia, outside Ethiopia, demonstrations will be held. And of course, reason of demonstration was the split when the church was accusing the government. That government was backing splinter faction of the church based in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. And that is why church was putting pressure upon the government to take action against the Oromia region-based faction, which is taking control of churches there. Hundreds have been put in prisons. Orthodox followers loyal to Abune Matthias faction. Dozens have been killed reportedly. 7 casualties confirmed by Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia. So what is the position of the church now? The church says that discussions were held between the PM and the Holy Synod and the Patriarch. Yesterday, meeting was held and the government agreed. Government accepted the demands of the church. Question is, what were the demands of the church? And has the government fulfilled the demands or not? Well, one of the demands of the church was that the government must apologize because it is backing Oromia-based Orthodox faction. It has killed Orthodox followers. It has imprisoned Orthodox followers. I have not seen any apology from Ethiopian federal government so far. Secondly, church was demanding damages for the losses suffered by Orthodox followers. Some have been killed, some have been injured. The government has not announced any damages for the families of those who have been killed or wounded. Thirdly, the church, Orthodox Church, wanted to take back control of the churches in the Oromia region, where new faction has taken control of dozens of churches in different dioceses. Government has not made any announcement so far that the churches under the new faction would come under the control of Abune Matthias-led faction. And this statement does not say a word about the other side. Oromia region-based group. What is the status of this group? Because church has been calling this group illegal, that their titles revoked. They are no more part of the church. But this statement of today by the Holy Synod is silent about the future status of the archbishops, 3 archbishops, Abune Xinomorkos, Abune Serios, Abune Evostotios, and 25 appointees. Will they remain part of the church? Will they apologize? So what is their status? No mention in this statement. Only important point is that church has postponed Sunday's demonstration because church claims government has accepted its demands. Government is silent. Government has not said a word. And church says that the implementation of the government's commitment will be monitored closely And if if the commitments are not implemented properly, the church would definitely resort to other options. So it means that what has been agreed is going to be implemented in coming days, and one of the points is release of prisoners. We know that dozens have been arrested by government, including bishops, priests mostly, and Orthodox followers, and reportedly the arrested are going to be released. That is what we have learned, that government is releasing those who have been arrested since the start of this conflict within the Orthodox Church. So while overall we can sum up that Ethiopian Orthodox Church has proven its power, that its authority in Ethiopia, its power cannot be challenged by any group, that government cannot divide the church. At the same time, government has not apologized, it has not taken action against the other faction. The churches in Oromia, mostly they are under the control of other faction, though a court passed an order yesterday and it prohibited the new faction from taking control of more churches. But the order is silent about the churches already taken by the new Oromia faction in the last few days. And on Wednesday, the Federal High Court bench will again meet to make a final decision. Yesterday's decision was a provisional one. So that is why a lot needs to be monitored in coming days. So far, good news is that demonstration has been suspended. It has been postponed. It means that there is no fear of any bloodshed. Had demonstration been allowed to go ahead, it would have been deadly, because Orthodox followers, they have been mainly in Amhara, in Addis Ababa, they have been supporting the Orthodox Church, and we have seen large gatherings. And had these large gatherings been allowed to move towards Addis Ababa, towards Meskel Square, it would have led to a situation uncontrollable for the government. That is why government, after threatening the church, it stepped back. Government tried to threaten the church. It said it would take action, it would arrest people, it would not allow the rally to happen. It used the other faction to, Oromia faction of the church, announced to protest, then it postponed the protest. So government tried to threaten the church. Church stepped back a little in the sense that Patriarch and the Holy Synod, they went to Prime Minister Palace. PM or PM's team did not come to the church. They came a few days ago when Abraham Bale, Defense Minister, met with the Holy Synod at Synod headquarters in Addis Ababa. But yesterday's meeting was held at PM Palace between the Patriarch, the Synod, and PM, and a Patriarch held by Synod. So yesterday, yes, the church stepped back a little. It submitted to some extent to government's authority. It went to government's headquarters, PM Palace, and their talks were held. And there at the talks, and we must not forget that mediators played a key role as well. 23 mediators appointed by the church, including Drato Tolo, Heli, Gebre Selassie, and some others, Sunshine Construction Company owner, and several others. They played a role in reconciliation between the church and the government. And the church has acknowledged the effort of these mediators in today's statement. So, whatever happened, at least Sunday's demonstration has been postponed, which could have been deadlier had it been allowed to progress the way we were seeing mobilization. That in Addis Ababa we saw large gatherings, in Amhara region as well we saw large. By the way, regional government stood with Ethiopian federal government. We saw statements from Oromia government, from Afar, Somali, from Harare, from BG. But Amhara region remained silent. Amhara region issued first statement today, and it said that an understanding has been reached between the church and government, so it congratulated the church. So it did not issue any statement prohibiting Sunday's demonstration. So it means there were splits within the government as well. Amhara region was not ready to ban Sunday's protest. Other regions were banning. So it was leading to division within the government, like there was split within the church. The good thing is that at least better sense has prevailed, and Sunday's demo has been cancelled. Question is, what is going to be the reaction of the other faction? Abone Sarios led faction going to hold a presser within a few minutes reportedly. So in the next we will try to update you. So far the church has proven that its authority is difficult to be challenged in Ethiopia, that government must think twice before confronting the church. Thank you for watching.